All right, guys, welcome to ChelseaFansChannel. This is our post-match review where Chelsea have just lost to PSG 2-1, and obviously on aggregate that means we lost both legs, so we're out. Look, guys, I actually thought we had a really promising first half. I thought Diego Costa, especially, I think he shows a lot of leadership and a lot of fight, and I think he gets the whole team going. It was just a shame that in the second half, when he went off, I felt like the minute he went off, all the rest of the team gave up, and that was it.
I don't know if it's that they necessarily gave up, but I think that the second that Costa went off, the game was over as a contest. I think that he was leading the charge. He was the only player who I felt was Champions League worthy. I think the performance wasn't good enough, and he was the only player who was demonstrating anything like being worthy of a Champions League game. And the second that he went off, the second that he pulled up, I was sitting next to Jack in the Matthew Arden Lower.
I said the same.
It felt like curtains, didn't it? It felt like the writing was on the wall the second that happened.
And you know, guys, I think it's just disappointing overall because, I mean, everyone's gone a little bit crazy at me on Twitter because I said that PSG are quite an average team. Now, when I said that, I meant as in they're not Barcelona, they're not Bayern Munich, and we've beaten both those teams before. They were completely there for the taking today, and I think we showed that in the first half, that we were more than capable of actually getting back into a game. But obviously, one of the main things Chelsea lack at the moment, our form isn't good, but that's only temporary, class is permanent. And I feel like we need major leadership. And I think we don't have JT, and like you said, when Costa went off, that was sort of it. And I don't know, how can it be resolved?
I think it's just a case of small margins, you know. Although I think PSG were worthy of their victory, I think it could have been a little bit different. I think that there was a turning point, wasn't there?
It wasn't like it was a PSG set to win. They were completely and utterly there for the taking today, but somehow along the way, I feel like our team doesn't gel together at the moment. And I feel like a lot of what the fans say is that there are some players who don't really want to play for Chelsea, don't really want to play for the badge anymore, and maybe that's time for some of them to leave.
I think that accusation is generally levelled at Eden Hazard.
Yeah.
And I think today that he probably did himself no favours. I think that the moment where it all turned is when I think Willian had a shot, the keeper parried it, and it fell to Hazard. And you think if Hazard puts that away, Chelsea go 2-1 up, and it's a completely different story. The fact that was kind of bobbled back into, I think the keeper made an easy save, and then it was back in the area. And 30 seconds later, they went 2-1 up. Was the moment that the game rested on.
You know, and it's just a shame, guys, because I've never seen Eden play like this. He's been superb for us over the years, and I don't think it's down to him not being a good footballer anymore. I think he generally doesn't really want to play for Chelsea anymore, and I think you know, the thing is with Willian, the reason he's done so well is because he said it's his dream to come and play for Chelsea. He really wants to play for Chelsea, and I think you can tell that, but he is only one person. He plays 90 minutes nearly of every game. He needs some support.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, if Hazard has got his eye on a big move, a big money move, he hasn't done himself any favours tonight. I can't see that any of the clubs exactly forming a queue for his services after that performance. But you know, I've got a really bad feeling about this now. I've got a really bad feeling about this now because I feel like that could kill the spirit of the club, and I actually feel like we could well get beaten on.
No, I don't believe that.
Get beaten on Saturday.
No, guys, look. Our players are going to bounce back on Saturday. Do not worry. Willian's going to be there. I have high hopes for Saturday, guys, and I don't think we can let this affect us because we've got a lot to look forward to in the future. This has been a bad season, but don't worry, the only way is up. Can't go any further down.
Cheers.
Okay. See you later, guys.